Hey, what is up guys? John here, bringing you guys another video today. I got little baby Roscoe with me today. He's gonna be joining me on this trip. You guys already know it's already that time of year. We're gonna go on a camping trip. So for this trip, we are going up to Granby Lake. There's a little section of Granby Lake. It's called Arapahoe Bay, and there's a campground called Arapahoe Campground. So we're gonna head up there. We're gonna be up there for 2 nights, 3 days. It's supposed to be pretty much every day that we're there. There's supposed to be like scattered thunderstorms and rain showers in the afternoon. But I got all my rain gear. I got Roscoe a raincoat, so he should be good to go. And yeah, as you guys can see, got the Jeep all loaded up. I have one of those little cargo things that you put on the roof, so I have pretty much everything that I need. So yeah, pretty much the goal for this trip. Obviously, you guys already know I'm a big trout guy, so we're gonna be trying to get as many trout as we can, as many species of trout as we can. And then also, I've never been up here, so the research that I was doing, people actually catch salmon out of this lake too. So maybe we'll get lucky, maybe we'll land a couple of salmon. But you guys already know, I brought all the stuff to fillet and cook up the trout, salmon, whatever we get. So this is probably gonna be like a 2-part, 3-part video sort of thing. There's gonna be a lot of footage. So instead of hitting you guys with like an 1.5 hour long video, probably gonna make it into like 2 or 3 parts just to make it a little easier. But yeah, should be a good time. Me and Roscoe are gonna get on our way. We have a 2-hour and 15-minute drive ahead of us, so we're just gonna hang out, listen to music. I got my Red Bull, I got my nicotine pouches. Actually, I just got off a shift right now, so I just did a 12-hour shift, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Got off at 8 a.m., drove home, picked up Roscoe, said bye to my wife and my baby, and now we're off to the mountains. So should be a pretty good trip. Hopefully we'll get a catch clean cook in here somewhere, and should be a good time. So I'll see you guys up there. Alrighty guys, we made it to our campground. This is fucking beautiful. Probably one of the prettiest campsites that I've stayed at so far in Colorado. Just surrounded by the mountains. We got a bunch of dandelions growing. And then look at that. I don't know how well you guys can see it. I might have to get it with the big camera, but the river just comes straight down the mountain right here. And then it just lets out right here into the lake. Dude, this is freaking awesome, guys. All right, so I got some of my stuff over here. I got the tent and all that, so I'm gonna start getting some of this stuff set up, and then we'll do some fishing later. Alrighty guys, here we go. Roscoe's all tangled up right now. I'll get him untangled here in a minute. But we got the campsite all set up. We got this is gonna be my tent, the one that I'm sleeping in and stuff, just a little more roomy for me and Roscoe. This is my little backpacking tent. It's supposed to be a 2-person tent, but it's definitely a 1-person tent. But essentially I just set this one up for storage. So I have the cooler, I have all my bags and some other stuff in there. So it's actually gonna work out perfect for me whenever I have to leave to go do fishing and other stuff. There's actually somewhere where I can keep all of my stuff to where it's not taking up all the room in my big tent. So thought that was a pretty good idea. So I'm kind of glad that I brought both. I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit right now, probably smoke a bowl, just watch the river. And then here in probably an hour or two, we're gonna head out and try to do some fishing, see if we can get some trout. All right guys, campsite's just right here behind us, river's right here. We're just gonna take a little bit of a walk, just kind of scope it out up here really fast. Oh, there's 2 streams that meet right here. There's a stream coming in from this way, and there's a stream coming in from that way. I wonder if I can see any trout in this pool right here. I mean, it's a pretty deep little pool. I don't see any, but maybe if I made my way up and look. But I think we're gonna try to catch the evening bite tonight if we can. I think I want to try it right here by my campsite just to see if we have any luck. Just so that I don't have to drive back to the river where we were. Tomorrow there's another lake I want to check out. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but I'll tell you guys tomorrow when we get there. We're gonna try to hit that lake tomorrow morning. It's up that way towards the snow-covered mountains over there. That one is a lot smaller lake than Lake Granby, and it's supposed to also be really good for trout. So we'll hit up that lake tomorrow morning, probably early morning, right before sunrise until about lunchtime. And then we'll come back for lunch. Hopefully we'll have a couple of trout with us that we can cook up for lunch. And then I think the evening tomorrow is when we're gonna go and we're gonna try to hit up that river again. And we're just gonna walk down the river and find some good little fishing holes. So I'm gonna scope out this spot right here next to my campsite and see if there's anything good over here to try to fish this evening. Alright guys, gonna have a little bit of an early dinner here before we go fishing. Got some teriyaki marinade, got some tri-tip steaks. I'll let that marinate for a little while I sip my Coke. I got, Roscoe, leave it. I got my 2-burner grill hooked up with a little propane tank. Roscoe, he's barking at another dog. So yeah, we're gonna cook this up really quick and then we'll get out there. Alrighty, let's get her started real quick. Pretty sure the flame came on. Oh yeah, 100%. All right, gonna have to get my knife out here. I'm gonna have to turn this down. I can tell this is already too hot. All right. Got a little piece of butter in there. Get this butter back in the cooler really fast. All right, here we go. Get some tri-tip steaks on there. I can't talk to them. Get close to our pan here so we don't drip. Ooh, that's a nice one. might be able to fit it all in there. There we go. Yep, look at that, like a glove. Let those cook for maybe 4 minutes or so, 4 or 5 minutes on that side, and then I'll flip them. Alrighty guys, the tri-tip steaks are done. They didn't really cook as I wanted to because I didn't bring a dry seasoning. I just brought that wet teriyaki seasoning. So it didn't really give me an even char, and it just kind of burned some of the marinade that was on there. But that's fine. I am perfectly fine with that. That won't be that big of an issue for me because look at this. How could I complain at all? I could be eating, a mixed trail nuts or something, you know? But I do miss my baby already. Both my babies, my wife and my little baby. But it's all right. I'm just going to give myself a little break, just clear my head from, all the work and everything that I've been doing. I don't know if you guys do know this or not. If you guys follow me on social media, you guys probably do. But I did get promoted in my company. I got brought on as a regional director, and I was a regional director for, I want to say, maybe 3 or 4 months. And then I got promoted to the director of operations for the company. So that was a really big promotion for me. I was really excited about it, but I am literally working day in and day out nonstop right now. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm at home spending time with the family and stuff. So it's made it really hard for me to get out and do like consistent weekly videos like I want to. But I promise you guys, whenever I get to that point, whenever he's a little bit older, we can have a babysitter, or he can just come with me out in the mountains, I'll definitely be able to get on more content for you guys. But yeah, I got a little 3-day break from work and stuff, so I might as well enjoy it up here in the mountains and do some trout fishing. Alrighty, Roscoe, what does it look like? It looks like it's really shallow over here. I think this kind of filled up with all the recent rain. This might be good right here, maybe to hit with the lure a few times. Maybe see if we can catch some fish trying to feed from this flowing water. But yeah, looking out this way from the shore, it looks super shallow. Like I would have to throw it as hard as I can. And it's a little windy right now, so that's not going to help. I'm hoping within the next hour or two, the wind will kind of calm down for the evening, so we can actually, get some decent bites. But yeah, right here it just looks way too shallow. Alrighty, good morning guys. It is about 4:30 a.m. right now. Me and Roscoe went to bed super early. I was running on like 24 hours without sleep. So I want to say I went to bed probably at like 8 o'clock, no later than like 8 o'clock. So we got a good night's rest. Roscoe's right here. He's ready to go. Little chilly boy. His fur isn't like super thick, so even though it's like 45 degrees outside, he's still a little chilly boy. I do have a jacket for him if I need to throw it on him. But we're gonna head up to this little lake up here. I can't remember the name of this lake for the life of me, but when I pull it up on my maps right now to put on directions, I'll definitely be able to update you guys as to what the lake name is. We're gonna head up there, start off super early. Hopefully we'll get on some trout this morning. I can fillet them right there on the water, and I have I have my fillet knife. I have a little Ziploc gallon bag with me, so hopefully we can get 1 or 2 decent sized trout that we can catch, clean, cook. Hopefully we'll get a lot more than that. We can just keep 2 of the good ones. But yeah, today's gonna mark day 2 of our camping trip. Hopefully we can get on some trout, and it's gonna be a good day, guys. All right guys, we are here at the trailhead and got all the shit out and got Roscoe his little let's take a look at him. Hi Roscoe, you got your rain jacket on? Got Roscoe's rain jacket on because it is raining right now. Hopefully that'll stop here soon. I'm just gonna finish chugging my Red Bull and get Roscoe hooked up, grab all the gear, and we're gonna head down to the lake. I want to walk a good ways down the trail because the further you go down the trail, the less likely that spot is like super pressured for fishing. So we're gonna go a good ways down the trail, and hopefully we can get on some nice trout today. We're coming up on the creek here, guys. I'm not gonna fish the creek. We're gonna go a little bit past the creek to that dirt point over there. I want to try that spot out first. But yeah, this looks like a pretty promising lake, so I think we might get lucky today and get on some trout. Found a pretty decent spot. Got little Roscoe up there on the bed. You guys already know I got my Carolina rig. I got a 1/4 ounce sliding weight down to a bead, down to a double-sided swivel, about a foot or so of leader line, and then I have a treble hook here at the end. So I'm gonna get some power bait on that pole and get it out there. I've already been seeing some fish break the water over here, so I'm gonna have power bait on that pole. I'm gonna throw around some lures on the other one, and let's see what we can do. Got him. Maybe I spoke a little too soon. Oh, did he get off? I think he got off. No, unless he's swimming toward me. Ah, fuck, he got off. Boys, we had one on. It didn't feel like a very big one, but damn, dude. All right, well, let's get some more bait on there and get back out there. So I've gotten a few bites on the power bait. I haven't gotten any bites on any of the lures that I've thrown. So I went ahead and got my micro rod set up with power bait as well. So now I got both my poles set up with power bait. The goal is to at least get 2 trout on the stringer. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a deer. I think it's a deer right over there on the other side of the lake. Roscoe's barking at it. Pretty cool, guys. I haven't seen any person out here yet today. I've just been seeing wildlife. That's exactly what I came out here for. All right, guys, I walked down almost to the next creek, and it looked like the trail kind of went away from the lake after that. And I didn't want to keep walking down the trail just to see if it would come back to the lake. So I'm going to try this spot for just a little bit. If I don't get any luck at this spot in the next hour or so, then me and Roscoe are going to walk back to that very first spot that we were at. That was actually where we got most of the bites. I just wasn't able to set the hook on one, so I thought I would walk down and see if I could find another little honey hole. So if this doesn't work out, I don't get any bites in the next like 45 minutes or so, then we'll go back down to that first spot, and hopefully we can get at least one that we can cook up for lunch. I think I got one finally, boys. Finally fucking got one. We've been waiting for this guy all day. Okay, guys, well, that's one. It is one on the smaller side, but it's definitely good enough for me to keep, especially if I can get 2 of these guys. That will work out perfect.
How you doing?
Good, how's it going?
Good.
Okay, well, there's one, boys. It's a smaller one, but we'll take it. If we can get another one, we will be good to go. But we're gonna have to catch something for lunch. I'm gonna be hungry. Got one, boys. Feels better than the last one. But I'm also on a micro rod right now, so. No, oh, I have one on, but I have a bunch of seaweed too. That's why it feels so heavy. He's like wrapped up in it all. There we go. Had to catch a bunch of seaweed along with him. Oh, he's still better than the last ones. Here you go, boys. Here's trout number 2. Oh, it's got that really cool pattern at the top, dude. I'm so curious now. It is a little bit kind of a darker color than this one, but I think that's just because he's bigger. No. Whew. He almost got away. almost got away, boys. Holy shit. Whew. Alright, looks like it's starting to rain. I'm gonna have to get geared up in my rain gear real quick. Alright guys, got my fillet knife. The one thing that I forgot to bring, and I'm stupid for not bringing it, is my cutting board, my little travel size one. So anyways, look at these two guys. Oh my god. I'm gonna get to cleaning these guys and then get them in a Ziploc bag, and then I still have these in the water just in case I get any bites or anything. But by the time I'm done with this, I'm just gonna reel these in and hike up out of here. You guys can see the thunder showers are starting to come, so I want to try to pick up and be ahead of the game so that we're not just getting poured on out here. Alright guys, here's the second one. Got it all gutted out and everything. Nice fresh meat. Cut everything off but just the tail. So I'm gonna get this in the bag with the other one, and we're gonna cook this up for lunch. Alrighty guys, time to cook up the trout right now. We got the trout right here. I'm probably gonna just cook up this bigger one first, and then make some of the other food that I have, and then I'm probably gonna save that smaller one for later, or maybe cook it up later, give it to Roscoe, take all the bones out of course. But here we go guys, we're all set up. We got the burner right here, we got the pan going, we have, you already know it, some minced garlic, we also have some lemon juice concentrate, we have butter, and then we have lemon and pepper seasoning, and then we also have some foil. So we're gonna go ahead and get this done. I'll show you guys how I'm gonna cook this trout, and yeah, it should be good. Usually the way I do this with the wrapping it in foil is I would put it on the fire pit, but I didn't bring any firewood with me because I knew it was gonna be raining like every day that I was here. So we're just gonna do it on the burner. That'll be totally fine too. Alright guys, I'm also cheating a little bit here too. I do have my trout right here that's ready to go, but I also brought some fully cooked bacon and some fully cooked pork sausage patties. So I'm also gonna munch on some of this while I'm cooking the trout as well. And yeah, I think that'll be a pretty good lunch for us. Alrighty, so I have the trout done. It's right there cooling off. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of butter on the pan, and let's heat up this bacon and these pork patties really quick. Here we go, boys. This is the life right here. Got some bacon, some sausage, got my Coca-Cola, got my Doritos, and then we got that fresh mountain trout, guys. I am excited to dig down into this. I'm sure Roscoe's gonna come join me here in a second once he realizes what I'm doing. But yeah, what a more perfect spot to eat our lunch at. This is awesome. Look at that, guys. Perfectly orange. Oh, that looks good right there. And since I don't have any wood for a campfire right now, I'm just gonna use my burner and do some roasted marshmallows. I didn't bring all the stuff for s'mores, but I mean, hey, roasted marshmallows for dessert is always good. All right, me and Roscoe made it back to the campsite right before the sun went down, but it's still, you know, there's still enough light to see. So I'm gonna pop out the burner real quick. I'm gonna make myself some noodles and some roasted marshmallows, and then I think me and Roscoe are gonna hit the hay early tonight. I'm thinking we'll see if I can get myself up for it. I'm gonna set alarms, but my goal is to get up around like 1 a.m. Eat my breakfast, do whatever I have to do, and then I want to go down to where the river comes into Lake Granby. I want to try to fish the other side of the bridge, and I'm going to do that since it's really close to the car and I don't really need a whole lot of light. I'm going to fish right there for a couple of hours, and then as soon as I see the sun is starting to come up, then me and Roscoe are going to grab all of our gear, and we're going to do like a little hike up the river, maybe about a mile or so, and then we're going to work our way back down the river and then we'll try to be back at the campsite around 11:30 because our checkout time is 1 o'clock. So let's see if we can get on some more trout, guys. I know I keep saying that, and we've only gotten 2 trout so far, but this morning I lost like 4, and then we went back for the evening bite again. I got like 3 or 4 bites and just couldn't set the hook. I noticed a thing with Monarch Lake is the bottom right after the drop off in the shallow sections, the whole entire bottom of the lake, it seems like, is just, you know, covered in like moss and weeds and stuff. So whenever my weight gets thrown out there, it settles down into the weeds and stuff, and then when I start getting bites and I pull on it to set the hook, there's like a little bit of tension there in between like the weeds and the weight, so it doesn't really pull it as hard as I want to. So it's not really giving me a good chance to actually set the hook. You got to like really try to set it if you're going to do it. So yeah, I think that might have been the reason why it was a little bit difficult to get those hook sets. But tomorrow, like I said, we're going to be fishing the river, and from what I saw on the river when I was there the first day, it doesn't look like that's the case. It doesn't look like the whole bottom is just covered in plant growth and stuff. So hopefully we'll have some luck tomorrow. This is what I'm working with tonight, guys. I got some Devour sharp cheddar cheese and bacon, and then I also got this hot and spicy Firewalk sizzling rich pork. This is one of my favorite flavors. If you guys haven't tried this one, I get them at Walmart. I also got this at Walmart as well. So this is gonna be our dinner. Here we are, guys. Made it down to the river. Where we were fishing at before was down there. I didn't go quite as far up as I wanted to. The terrain got a little crazy and pretty steep to get down to the river, and I didn't want Roscoe to have to go through that. So we stopped right here. We're gonna try this spot out for a little bit, and then we'll slowly just hit some of these spots going back toward the car, and hopefully we can find some decent trout. All right, guys, I think there's a little bit too much water flowing through the river. So I made my way down, drove down a little bit. The bridge that we were at is like way up there. So we're gonna try a section of Granby. This is our last attempt here for like another 2 or 3 hours to try to get some trout, and then we got to go pack up the campsite and get out of here. Definitely not the trip that I was thinking it was going to be. I knew by my research that it was going to be a slow week with all this rainfall and everything that they've had, the amount of water that's coming through here. The fish definitely aren't as active, and they're not as willing to eat when, you know, when all of that stuff's going on. So at least we caught a couple of them. Maybe we'll get lucky, we'll catch 1 or 2 more. So that's kind of the goal. If not, overall I still think it's been a good trip just to get out in the mountains, get away from work and everything else. You know, definitely one of those things that's super relaxing and definitely helps your mental. So let's get rigged back up and let's see what we can do. I've been playing with Roscoe. I've been throwing this stick in the water. Can I see? You want your stick? Go get it. Can't throw it too far in the water because then he can't reach it, but let's get it, guys. We got one, boys. That's why we came out here. It's a decent one too. Making sure we're recording over here. I had just threw back out the other pole too. I was letting it sink and stuff. Every once in a while he'll go on a good run, but then I don't know if he swims toward me after or what. Feels like a decent one though. Oh yeah, he's decent. Come on. Roscoe. You gotta be kidding me. There we go. Woo. There we go, boys. That's what we came for, baby. That is what we came for. Let's go. Okay, this guy's been out of the water more than I would like him to, and Roscoe wants to eat him. So let's you good to go? There you go, big guy. Oh yeah, boys. Hell yeah. We only have like an hour left of fishing too, so to get that at the end of the trip, that is just freaking awesome. Roscoe's so frustrated he's chewing on a piece of wood because he couldn't get that fish. But guys, whoo-wee. I didn't want to get a measurement or nothing like that on him. I got a picture with him in my hand going up my forearm, so I can kind of do a little estimate when I get home. But that one was a good one. By far the best trout that we've gotten on this camping trip so far. We're on again, boys. This one feels nice too, but I am on the micro rod, so it's definitely going to feel a lot different than that other pole. These fish are really slow. Like it feels like he's got good weight to him, but he's not like running or putting up a crazy fight. Oh, that's a nice one too. Don't think he's quite as big as the other one, but whew, there we go, boys. Oh shit. He's on the run. Oh, he got off. Oh, it's all right. Dang it, I had the net sitting here and I went to grab my pliers. I guess he unhooked himself and he flopped out of the net and then he took off. It's all right, guys, I'll take it. We were gonna let him go anyway. I'll consider that a catch because I landed him in the net. The most I would have done is just like held him up for the camera real quick and then let him go. So I have I think this is a 3/4 ounce sliding weight down to a bead. And then I have a double-sided swivel on there, and then maybe like a foot or so of leader line. I always shoot for like 12 to 14 inches or so. And then I have a treble hook here at the end, and we're gonna get some power bait on there. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for this trip. I know I'm probably disgusting looking and I probably smell even worse, but that's all right. We went out to the mountains. Me and little baby Roscoe had a good time. I think in total for the whole trip we ended up catching 4 trout. Yeah, we ended up catching 4 trout in the whole trip, which isn't terrible, but it's not good either. I knew the weather coming into it and I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna swing it. This is the only time that I can really get out for 3 days and actually go camping, just with work and everything else going on. So overall, I think it was a pretty decent trip, other than I think like got at least almost 10 plus times we were getting bites and we either yanked it right out of their mouth or the weeds at the bottom of the lake were kind of giving it resistance and it was kind of hard to set the hook. But even with all that, I think I had a really fun time. I think Roscoe did, but he's exhausted. He's already sleeping. So yeah, make sure you guys let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Obviously, when I go camping and the weather's a little bit better, I'll be able to get a lot more footage for you guys. I just didn't want to be recording in the pouring rain for like half the time that I was here. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you guys next time.